Hello, I welcome everyone to my channel. We are at Lviv University, and I'm with my students. This is an English. This is a class of English, where I'm trying to present to them the peculiarities of YouTube content creation, marketing strategies, and what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how you should start, what you can, what equipment you should use, and whatnot. All these things. Yes. The previous question, if I remember correctly, was the first question that you asked. Was off record, by the way. Was why did I start filming and how did I start filming? I have already covered this topic in my trailer to this channel.
У 2020 році його було ще зовсім недостатньо. А про садівництво взагалі згадувати не варто. Всі корисні відео можна було перерахувати на пальцях. Як посадити виноград? Як посадити виноград?
Сегодня поговорим о
что
посадке
такое?
винограда в средней полосе. Сейчас только деревья выкорчую.
В средней полосе мы прививаем виноград наперед.
Що робиться?
It was because back in 2020, which is not that long ago, only 4 years ago, you can, by the way, see the changes that our culture has come through only in 4 years. Back in 2020, there was a lack of content, of Ukrainian language content on YouTube, especially when it comes to gardening and viticulture and whatnot. By the way, do you know what viticulture is?
Viticulture is something that is connected with wine and with
Oh, yeah, almost.
with grapes.
Yes, vitis, it comes from Latin, vitis vinifera. You might have heard the term. This refers to the European grapes, not table grapes, not the big ones, the grapes that are used for wine making. Vitis vinifera. Viticulture, viticultura, so cultivation of grapes. This is a proper term that you want to use if you talk about, viticulture, because I don't know any other word that would refer to the same notion in English. Yes, you have viticulture, you have wine, which is wine drink, something like the beverage, and you also have vine. Have you heard this phrase as well? This word as well? Vine, loza, grapevine. Yes, there was too little content on viticulture, and I started just for the sake of it. Did I think that I would be doing this for a long time? I didn't. Did I have lucrative motives to start making money with these YouTube videos? I didn't. And by the way, if you start content creation just for the sake of becoming rich, you'd most likely fail, because your audience will what? They will sense this deceit that you're trying to impose on them. Yes, if you just enter a room or just address people and you are being dishonest, or you want to deceive them, people feel it. So if you want to get into content creation, you have to be sincere about it. You have to love the camera. You have to love the photos you take, the beauty you capture with every shot. And that is how it works. Only like that can you captivate your audience and create this word that is known as following. Yeah. So it brings us to our next point that I wanted to. I'll just present what I have on my mind. Have you ever thought, if you were to become a creator, a content creator? In my case, it's a YouTuber, but there are also Instagram bloggers. I'm not sure about these terms in English, but I'm not to be called a blogger. I don't like this term. I'm a YouTuber. I create videos. I'm a YouTuber. Have you ever thought, if you wanted to start producing content, how should you find your niche? Niche is a niche. How should you find your niche in order to create this content? What do you think? Do you have any ideas there? Not at all. I do. I can talk from experience. You can produce content on whatever you like, but if you want to become really successful, really up there, really inspire people to to do something, which I, by the way, want to do with my channel, just to inspire people. I'm not much of a teacher because I don't have that many grapes in my vineyard. You have to do something that you either believe in or you want to become good at and want to show your process of getting there. So you're just a beginner and you have this notion, you have this idea, you have this compulsive need to start doing something. Yeah? For example, as me distilling spirits. Yeah, I'm allowed to talk about that because I'm going to upload this video on my channel. I wanted to start distilling whiskey and creating and making wine and whatnot, and I started filming every step that I took for the people to be able to, what's the phrase in English? I made those mistakes so you wouldn't have to. That's the phrase that they use there. So yeah, you can show your getting there, or in your case, as almost native speakers of English, you can actually create videos to inspire learners of foreign languages who are not native speakers. You might have noticed that there are a lot of native speakers of English, of German, and of other languages that are producing videos in their own languages, but they're not. Some of them are not necessarily good teachers. They might be, but sometimes they are not. And those who are not, you can't actually see them because the algorithm is hiding them from you, and they don't get this viral popularity. Viral from the word virus, by the way. Yeah. So you have this there. Yeah. So it's basically either you're passionate about something or you are good at something and you want to share it with people or inspire people to do the same. Any questions there?
I was actually thinking about doing something on BookTok because I think it's very interesting and such phenomena. But I see what I mostly see are reviews or maybe some character analysis. And I recently became very fascinated by stylistics and everything that connected with it. And I would love to introduce to people some more complex stuff, but simplified. Like when we talked about metaphors and what is idiom style, the style of also, and how it creates a special story, the voice. I would love to talk about that more.
If you want, you didn't ask for my advice, but if I am allowed to give you some pieces of advice, create as advanced things as you can. Don't care about the beginners, because YouTube is old. It's almost like 19 years old, almost 20 years old. What is it? Was it 2005 when it was? 2005. Yeah, 2005, if I'm not mistaken, yes. There are a lot of videos on that. And try to be as specific as you can. Try to be as advanced as you can. Try to, put everything that you have out there. Yeah, that is that.
I want to talk more about your experience as a YouTube creator.
Yeah.
And were you inspired by concrete YouTube creators? Or do you have some YouTube icons that inspired you?
If I was inspired by someone, there are a couple of viticulture so the question was, who was I inspired by? If I do have some role models, there were a couple of YouTubers in Ukraine that talked about viticulture, but unfortunately they were talking in Russian. But I'm not blaming anyone. I will not mention them. There are some. And when it comes to international ones, there is this Spanish teacher. I have mentioned him a couple of times. He's not that old. He's like, I don't know, he's 60, which is considered to be young in that society. Yeah. And I like the way he presents. I like the way he uses the words. He plays with words. He is not afraid to use even the profanities, bad words, swear words in his videos. Yes, because he's convinced that we exist out here. We don't. No one is going to provide us with a simplified version of this world. So if this notion exists, if this feeling exists, you know, if this phenomena exists of someone offending someone or doing something bad or good, or, you know, or playful terms for some things, you know, you have to know them, you have to use them sometimes even. But he always emphasizes this this importance of changing and feeling the registers, reading the room, where you can use some words, where you can't, and so on. This channel is Juan Fernandez, Juan Español con Juan. He talks about teaching. He teaches Spanish. He talks about learning Spanish in Spanish. He never makes videos in English. Yeah, there are a couple of others. Not at all. So let us then talk about YouTube marketing and strategies of making this all profitable and lucrative. Yes, because if you get serious about it, if you have found your following, people want you to upload regular content, and you can do that only if you get monetized, if you have something to feed yourself and your family, or if you have family. Yes, and everybody understands that, you know, those who are, you know, who have reason, you know. Some people don't. You can find those. You know, you get haters. They mention, they say all kinds of things, that you're a hack, that you're an imposter, that you don't know anything, that this should be done in a whole different manner. And sometimes they say that you just should perish, and, you know, never upload videos again. I forbid you to upload videos again. There are people like that. There are a couple of major ways to earn money on YouTube. The first one is YouTube AdSense. You might have heard about that. This is a program that is, you know, YouTube provides this program for the creators to be able to monetize their videos just by putting their advertisement, their ads, either before the video or in the middle of the video or at the end, or somewhere on the screen for people to see it. And whenever you get a hit on your video, you receive some amount of dollars. Usually they pay in dollars, and yeah, no questions asked there. You just have to connect your account to this channel, and you receive payments. And there is actually no limit there. You can earn as much as you'd like to. As much as you can inspire people to, not inspire, as much as you can draw, as many views as you can get, will give you this much money that they cost. There is no limit there. You can earn $1,000 a month. You can earn $2,000 a month. And it highly depends on the country that not you are from, that your viewers are from. So, for example, if I were to upload videos not in Ukrainian, which is, by the way, our views are not that expensive in here, so I don't earn that much from the AdSense. But if I wanted to upload videos in English, and my audience would be from, like, I don't know, from the US or from the UK, from Germany, I would get like 6 or 10 times as much as I do get paid in here. So it matters where your audience is watching, not where you are or where you upload your videos, because you don't know. Those videos are just nowhere. They are somewhere. They physically hosted on some, you understand what I mean. It's not some cloud that is hovering above us and containing all of those files. It is somewhere. It's physical. Some hard drive somewhere in California, probably. Yeah, we're going to end up there sometime. Yeah. Yes. So it depends on the country that your following is from. Also, when it comes to YouTube, there is also sponsorship, direct YouTube sponsorship. You can sponsor someone's channel and whatnot. An entirely different way to monetize your content on YouTube is selling some, what's the word in targetovana reklama in Ukrainian. So target advertisement, I'm not sure about this term in Ukrainian. So there are companies that would like their product to be made known, yes? They want you to advertise their product. They want to use this product. They want you to mention this product. In my case, I use like all of these gardening utilities, shears, shovels, rakes. You might have heard these words, but I don't expect you to use them, to have used them at any point in your life. Or maybe you have. I'm not sure. Yes, and I also use all these kinds of fertilizers, chemical agents for crop protection, for disease control, and whatnot. Yes, and those people just approach me, and they offer this cooperation. And you either get paid with this product, or you get paid with the product and money, or just money, and like that. This is one way to earn. This is the other way to earn money. There is also a different way, which is probably could be come in handy for you if you wanted to sell your services. For example, a lot of people from this region, even from this country, approach me with this simple question. I have this garden, I have this vineyard that I need pruned. By the way, last year I managed to prune like 2 hectares of a vineyard that was 2 hectares large. No, it's not for me. You don't even imagine how much your hand can hurt because of these shears. 2 days of work. Damn it! It's just so. And a lot of people approach me because they see me do it, and they just think that I might want to come up and provide this service, which is pruning. You know what pruning is? Prune. It's not cutting. You don't say cut. You say prune trees. Yeah? Which I don't do. But in your case, you might be willing to do something if you wanted to advertise your services, which I presume would be foreign languages for people who are willing to learn. Yes, you might be, I don't know, filming some short videos and upload them on Instagram or on YouTube, and some people might find them. There is this girl from Kiev. I'm not sure, but I can't remember her name, but she is. You might have seen her. She's boasting that she managed to create her own school at the age of 18. She studied in Kyiv. She only has this bachelor degree. Not only bachelor's degrees, but for me as a PhD student, it's only a bachelor's degree and not much at all to start with. Yeah, and she managed to find the customers only by uploading videos on, I suppose that was Instagram. It wasn't YouTube. Her YouTube is recent. I'm not sure. There are a couple of older videos. But what I'm willing to tell you in here, if you want to put your products out there, if you want to have either your, store, online store, physical store, or you want to sell your services at a premium prices, because when people see you on camera, on your screen, they think of you to be a friend, I don't know, you just create a connection with them. And there is also this part of content creation that people even sometimes consider you to be some kind of deity. You know what a deity is? No? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because people don't usually expect you to render, to be physically hosted somewhere else, other than when they open their phones or other technical devices where they can see you. So you have AdSense, you have sponsorship, you have affiliate marketing. The third one was affiliate marketing, where people provide you with their products, and this is called affiliate marketing. And this one, which I have just mentioned, is just advertisement of your services. I'm not even sure about the term that applies to that. And that is probably it that I can present. I do have a lot of complicated stuff, many technical, things, but for you to be able to understand them, you need some basis, some preparation to understand them. Any question there? Just go ahead. We still have some couple of minutes, don't we? Yeah, we still have enough time.
Okay, so talking about marketing, did you learn it by yourself, or maybe have you taken some courses?
I didn't take any courses. No, if you speak English, you don't need any courses. For example, this content in Ukrainian, it's valuable as AF, as they say nowadays. You can't find these things in Ukrainian. Probably now you can. But, not really. But when I was starting back in 2020, you couldn't. You just could. All you had to do was be able to speak English. So this ability to speak, to use foreign languages, it provided me with ability to access as much content as I wanted to in German, English, and Spanish, and whatever language you would like. This is how I learned it. Just by watching some videos in English. Not some videos, hours and hours of videos in English, and trying to understand. And by the way, if you watch something for the first time, you don't really get it. Unless you try it, and then you return to this content, and you try to figure out what you did wrong there, and then you return to doing it again, and then again, and then again, and over and over again. And then after some tens of thousands of hours, you just start being confident, because this is what you do. As they say, if your success takes you a lot of work, it doesn't surprise you in the end. You take it for granted. You just expect it. I'm not even sure how to word it. But if something happens to you unexpectedly, you don't really deserve it. You appreciate it more. Just not appreciate it more. You appreciate it. I'll probably cut it out because I I buried myself there. The funny thing about talking on camera, it's really difficult to talk on camera. It's really difficult to talk. It was really difficult for me to start talking on camera. My first videos were so clumsy. You can find them. You can watch them. I didn't hide them because I'm not ashamed of them, because those videos made my content. If I didn't upload them back then, I just would be able to make this video right now and right here. Yeah. So talking on camera is difficult, but it teaches you. For you, I would advise you to start to create your own social media presence, just for the sake of it, just for the sake of being able to present the material that you want to present. It teaches you to present, teaches you to speak, teaches you to, to position your voice, to use your voice properly. Because if you record yourself while talking, you will notice one thing, that you don't stress some vowels or some consonants enough, and your words, my words, talking about me, they end up being just abrupt, cut off, and you can't actually hear parts of the words when you speak naturally. When you talk on camera, you have to use a different kind of speech pattern. Yes. Do you have any questions? Because I suppose I'm done in here. If you don't have any questions, we'll just call it a day. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you managed to watch this video until the end. Yeah, this content is kind of unusual for this channel, but probably it could inspire you to do something else. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends, if you don't mind to.